Aug.22 Park Board meeting. Scott, you've got the floor.
Thank you all very much. You should have gotten copies of the minutes from the previous meeting. I think those were emailed out as well. And you should have an agenda in front of you for today. First of all, I just want to put this out. It's not our podium, but it's a gift, I guess, from the county per se. Gavin McMahon did a Eagle Scout project for disposable flags. And they had 2 of those, and Troy Morgan thought of us out here, and we were able to pick, he actually delivered it this week, and it's already got a flag in it. So if you're looking for a way to dispose your flags, and they'll come and clean it out for us, this is our, and it's on display out here in our hallway. I thought that was nice of them to think of us and everything. And Gavin is a Eagle Scout from Boy Scout Troop number 717. So, and he completed his project, I guess, just on time according to Kenny. So,
4 days ahead.
yeah, you got 2 of them done. So, I think Troy Morgan and his wife Lisa helped fund that project. So, I thought that was kind of neat that they thought of us to bring that out here. You don't mind me borrowing your table, do you?
No.
Borrow your table. Real quickly, just an update on our DNR grant. We're still in the waiting process, even though there has been some additional emails back and forth. Hopefully August, well it is August, hopefully September, we'll be hearing some more from them and try to get that process pushed forward. Obviously the longer that it goes, the more pushes our projects back that we have. We did have a meeting with our engineers, and the prices on all materials has gone up. So some of the projects are going to have to be put on the back burner a little bit because, well, just for the lighting, I think it came out. We had figured, what was the figured price on that, Keith, for the lighting, you remember? Anyway, we totaled it up, it was like $300,000, and that's a lot of our budget that we had set aside for $500,000. So we're still waiting to get all that figured out and everything like that. So the website, we're still working on getting our training done. Kyle Susek has been great. We have pushed back our training. We've got 3 more training sessions on the Civic Rec side. We have another one scheduled the 18th, which I'll include the ladies at Town Hall in on that because it's part of the financial side of it. And also the Forte, we're setting up a Forte as part of the paying through the system, paying online for some of our programs. And we've got training scheduled for that. I think it was supposed to be this week, but I tried to bump it to next week because there's a little bit on our schedule this week here at the park. Speaking of being on our schedule here at the park, the Hanover Horsepower Car Show and Music is going to take place this Friday and Saturday. It's going to be beautiful weather, as best as we can tell. The committee that's done a lot of work behind the scenes, I really appreciate all the volunteers. We've got several, of course, myself and Keith and Scott Williams, Rick Snaybelt, Don Server, Doug Russ have been serving on that committee along with several from Midwest Tube Mills. We had a meeting today. We have a final meeting on Thursday for our final walkthrough, and we're looking forward to a great night. It'll start with our car cruise in on Friday night at around 6:30, followed by the Louisville Crashers performing, and then our car show along with music on Saturday night here at the park. Our vendors that we have lined up, our food vendors, we have Aunt Janetta's funnel cakes. Funnel cakes, we'll have funnel cakes. I've been told to stress that because people couldn't get funnel cakes at certain places. We'll have lemon shake-ups, Kona Ice will be here. Also, we have Hanover Fire Department will be setting up as a fundraiser for them, doing hamburgers, hot dogs, and the like. I talked to Debbie's husband, Ron, the other day, so he was trying to figure out when they were going to be here and all this other good stuff. Also, we'll have Butts and Racks will be here. The taco truck's going to be here. And King's Kettle Corn. Is it King's? King's Kettle Corn. That's the Anderson family, or the Kleins, and all them over there. So we've got a lot of local flavor in our food court. Our beverage area is already taken care of. Lantern Winery and Distillery will be there. And we appreciate the support from Shipley's too, helping get our beer garden set up. We've got security in place. We've got, I think, all the T's crossed and the I's dotted. But I'm sure there'll be some of those things pop up as we get to the event. We do have Southwestern Boys basketball teams going to help us with parking. All the parking will be over at Southwestern Schools, and they're going to come up, either be shuttled over or walk up Spruce Lane to our event. They're also going to help with trash pickup. The girls basketball team is going to help with our bouncy houses, which is in Kenny Garrett volleyball court back over here. And we're looking forward to them being involved. And it should be a great event. A lot of local folks are going to be involved in it, and we just want to encourage everybody to come out. Gates will open at 5:30 on Friday and 9:30 on Saturday. So we look for a very busy couple of days. The car show entries will come in off 2nd Street through the back, and they'll be parked along our path. They're going to drive along the path and back into the grass, and that'll be our natural walk around for what's going to be going on there. So we'd like to invite the Park Board / Town Council to come on out, and all the public to come on out and support our event. It is a fundraiser for the Hanover Parks Department, so we appreciate everybody's work on that. A lot of extra work goes in, and you've probably been involved in some of those projects where you're trying to get some stuff done. So we appreciate everybody that's jumped on board. I want to go back. We did make a presentation to the commissioners last week, July 21st, for our normal funding. We did request the normal $5,000 for our seniors and $5,000 for our normal park programming. In addition to that, we asked for some additional dollars that the commissioners are considering to help with our Hanover holiday happenings, also our youth sports programming, and also for some poverty help to offset the cost of having kids in our program that can't afford to pay and play. So we'll be hearing back from the commissioners very, very shortly. So we're confident, obviously, the $10,000 we always getting from them, and the additional $25,000 we requested, we'll see what kind of portion of that we get. So we're looking forward to the commissioner's support on all the things that we're doing through our other programming here at the park. Soccer signups are underway. We are partnering with the Jefferson County Soccer Association once again, and signups are still ongoing. So if you haven't signed up yet, it's not too late. And I think actually at our horsepower event, Brian Sackley will have a table set up out here for folks that haven't been able to get out here. We are sending out extra emails and text messages to those that played last year and had been on vacation and didn't get back in time for our 2 signups we had. We will start practicing in mid-August with the Jamboree set for Saturday, September the 3rd. And then we'll start matches on Tuesdays and Thursdays thereafter. We're offering U6, U8, and U10. And we have 3 teams per division. We hope to expand to 4 teams per division this year. We were last night over at the open house for the school, handing out more soccer forms. Nancy Totten was there, and Paul Lermans was helping us with that to get the information about what we're doing here at the park for soccer. Also, my trifold board also had my pictures on here and stuff about the Hanover horsepower and stuff like that. So we try to advertise and talk to a lot of folks over there. Parking, we're still working on remedying our parking situation back here. I think the engineering has been, or the surveying has been done. We're just trying to get that where we're going to create a bigger area.
Meeting tomorrow.
Meeting tomorrow, okay. So we can get that taken care of, and we want to take a lot of pictures so we can get that word out to the public that we are trying to remedy some of our parking issues as we move through, even though baseball and softball season's behind us. But we want to be ready for the upcoming events. For example, the Tinsel Twinkle Trail and places like that. And our co-ed softball uses that parking lot quite a bit too, so we're working on that. Rainbow Park, we'd like to get all that done over there. We have everything here in town. The playground equipment's all here, the basketball goal and pole is all here. We just got to get it up and get it ready and ready to go. And I'm sure once that all is done, we'll have some pictures and get all the information out to the public for that. Field number 2, our big baseball field in the back. Our project for the barrier wall, we've got everything here. We just got to figure out how to put it together. U.S. Premier donated 7 24-foot tall poles as part of the barrier wall, and a United Way grant paid for the netting and all the hardware that comes with it. So we're going to have to YouTube, I think, how to put all that together. So, but all the pieces are here for that, and that'll help protect the people that are watching games on field 3 while either baseball or softball is being played on field number 2. And it'll also protect our brand new scoreboard out there. We're going to keep that as new as possible, as long as we possibly can. This past Saturday, a great event was held, the Hanover Community Backpack Giveaway. Kudos goes out to Rebecca Wilburn for all her work for the Chelsea Church of God. Our goal was to give out 150 backpacks. We had Kona Ice here, we had a bouncy house, and we had popcorn, we had the balloon animal guy here that was here for our Easter thing, and we gave out 131 backpacks on Saturday with school supplies in them. And then on Sunday, she got called for 17 more. Wow. So we actually had 160 backpacks that were purchased, so she's got about 10 more that she's going to try to find homes for, and I think she will through her contacts at the school. I do want to thank the sponsors that stepped up and helped us with that, and they were on a flyer. If I can find my flyer, I'll go through it real quickly. But of course, Chelsea Church of God was at the top of the heap because they helped organize. Also want to thank, obviously, Walmart, German American Bank, Hanover Baptist Church, Coldwell Banker, Harold Associates, Madison Assembly of God, Chandler Chevrolet, Craig Toyota, River Terrace, and Thornton Terrace all jumped on board to help with that event. And it was just a 2-hour event, but we had a lot of folks coming by, and some got here a little bit early. We made them wait till the 10 o'clock hour to come get their backpack. Well, there was one that got here a little early, but I think all in all, it's a great event, and I think the Chelsea Church of God, and especially Rebecca Wilburn, should be commended for her efforts making that happen. And we'd like to do more things like that too, obviously, give back to the public. And it was only a 2-hour event, but I think we took care of a lot of people, and she's still getting phone calls, and we get additional phone calls. I think we still have some dollars set aside that we can still get some backpacks and stuff. So we appreciate all the efforts put together with that. Some other potential projects I'm trying to get some dollars and cents on from some local contractors. Nothing's in stone yet, but we would like to get some batting cages out here, upgrade our dugouts on all 3 fields. In fact, the dugouts on field 1 need to be brand new dugouts. They're just kind of chain link fence around a bench, basically, with a roof over top of them. We'd like to expand our concession stand a little bit, put an awning out in front, because right now when we put the candy bars and open up the garage door, they melt. So, and we'd like to maybe correct that garage door situation too. So, and also, I would like to see a shelter house put over here by field number 1, which is by that playground on that far side, and on the back side of it, create some storage area for our soccer goals and flags and volleyball, something similar to the shelter house right here next to the tennis court. Something very similar to that would be perfect. Doesn't have to be a gigantic shelter house, but it would serve 2 purposes. One, to get people out of the weather and out of the sun, and also a place to store our soccer stuff, our goals. Right now they're stored in the score building all the way back on field number 1. That's where we keep all our stuff. And we also are in the midst of getting some quotes on flagpoles. A local family, well actually they were local for a year, has said they would like to be part of the program here. They've already moved away because he's in the military, the Document family, but they're going to sponsor 3 flagpoles, 1 for each of our baseball fields. And we'd like to have those in place by opening day next year. And the plan is to put them at center field on each of the fields with flags and everything in place. And they gave me a budget to work with on how much they would be interested in contributing to that. So if it goes a little bit above that, I think we could probably come up with the extra funds to take care of that. But
well, Keith has a donor that will do the huge flags.
Okay.
So
well, we need a huge pole then.
Yeah.
But maybe we can do that one out here.
She'll keep it up here.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so the Document family, I want to thank them for stepping up. They told me that just before they left to go to Texas, that they would be interested in taking care of that. So I'll keep following up on that and get some prices and let you know the progress on that. So I think that's all I had written note-wise. I do have a couple of questions. One, in rental of our community center over here, obviously we got all kinds of activities and events in there, and I've had a request for a class reunion to be held here at the park that fits into our schedule and everything. And I didn't want to approve anything without your guys' approval, but they were asking about having a cash bar at this particular event. I told them, I said, before we even go forward with it or even pencil them in the book, I throw that past you guys to see what your guys' thoughts are. And maybe that's a question for Devin, I don't know.
Is it one of the high schools?
It would be a class reunion, 30 class reunion coming up.
Are they going to hire a bartender?
I haven't got any more details except just cash bars, what they said.
So there's certain, they can get like 1-day liability insurance. They can get a bartender that has that coverage, and then whenever I have one or I talk to someone, they're mandatory to have a paid officer there.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be one of ours, but
Right.
have to have a paid police
Okay.
officer there. Those are the minimum requirements. I can look into it with you. I
Okay,
would say it's a hard no. It's just it's got to be covered.
I didn't want to do anything without you guys being aware, and all of a sudden you hear about it the next day, and okay.
Yeah. I didn't know how that differed from the outside, like when we do an outside venue, that pretty much covers.
It's almost
both.
exactly the same.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
but I wasn't for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it if you follow those minimum requirements.
Okay.
I don't have a problem.
So the group that is using the facility would have to,
No, you don't have to go through me. There's a process.
Submit
I think
something?
The town's done it.
Yeah.
It's actually really easy.
okay.
Yeah.
The real question is whether or not the town council wants
That
that type of events down
Right.
there. You don't want to, I mean, VOBC does it, but, there's
Right.
things that go along with alcohol.
as everybody knows.
And, you know, we talked about wedding receptions and stuff using.
And we're getting a few
Yes.
weddings. We
Yes.
actually had a wedding here a couple Saturdays ago.
Yes.
No kidding?
Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out because that was a question posed to me and I didn't have a good answer for that, so. You guys can let me know how you guys feel on it and stuff like that. And also just one other thing, I know we got some personnel matters coming up during the town council meeting, but it's a really exciting time to be part of the Hanover Parks Department because everything started, well, there was a park here, but it started November of 2020, and from that to where we're to today, in process of adding some more staff, I think it's just an exciting time, not just for me personally, but and for you guys, but for the community. And they're gonna benefit from having some extra hands on deck, and it won't just be me answering the phone. If you call my answer machine, it says we are not available, I can actually say there's truly a we.
Yeah.
Because right now I tell them it's me, myself, and I can't answer the phone. But it's an exciting time, and I'm really looking forward to continuing and expanding and working with you guys and working with new bodies should they come on board and making the program as successful as possible. So,
Well, you've done an outstanding job, Scott.
does anybody have any questions or anything about?
I just got a question on the alcohol thing. Do they have to get liability insurance for that event?
And we just had to do the same thing for us, not from us specific, but because of the bartenders. In the past, we've had like Shipley's come in. This time, they're kind of overseeing it, but John had to get an $80, it just cost $80 for that one day event insurance.
Okay.
Pretty inexpensive, but the reason it's only $80 is because, like Devin said, the bartenders are licensed bartenders, and they also have the coverage and protection. If I was putting my 2 cents in, I think being at our facilities and everything, you'd almost make it a requirement to let them just hire one of our security one.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be our main officer, it could be any of them. Let Shane
Reserve.
go through that process, because he's got to, for them to get the license here at the park anyway, they'd have to get that temporary permit. And the process is a very simple form. I mean, you literally, takes 5 minutes to put it together. But they would have to designate it inside the building only. They could, or a zone. If they go outside, they got to be able to fence
They have
that
to have a
perimeter in.
rooftop.
So if they want to be able to go out back and hang out just a little bit outside this confine of this building, they'll have to do some of those things. So it's not complicated, but there's a process to it that you got to go through. It takes a week or 2 to get it. But
And they also said it's not a deal breaker necessarily if it's
Right.
not approved, so.
yeah. How long do they have before they'd have to know?
September 24th is the date for shooting.
So for you guys,
And it takes them a couple of weeks to get
take him a couple weeks to get it.
Yeah, they're pushing.
I mean, they can do it in 1 week.
Which I think it's kind of late to start planning a class reunion, a month and a half away, but,
Well, probably not a real big.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
you guys just let me know what you guys decide, and that way I can pass the information along, so I appreciate that. All right, thank you.
No more for Scott? Anybody have anything else on park board? Okay, the next park board meeting will be Tuesday, September 6th, 2022, here at the community center at 5:30 p.m.
I make a motion to adjourn. Second.
All those in favor say aye.